All right, I'm just going for it. Okay. I'm a little tired and I'm starting out late, but I had this idea pop into my head. I feel like I always have these great song ideas, like super late at night when I'm trying to fall asleep. So last night, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to get up and do some preliminary work on this thing and just get it down because I'm going to forget it by morning and I'm going to be annoyed and I'm going to write something that's not, actually, it might come out great, but probably not what I intended when I had this popping in my head. So I did it, ended up staying late, but I've got this in here. So this is an ambient guitar, a synth, and then distorted guitar, and then a distorted guitar MIDI. And I did it on my laptop quick in the living room and imported it. So that's the verse. Chorus is basically the same thing, just super heavy. So that's what I've got so far. All right. So as I usually do, I'm gonna layer the guitars a bit, and then the usual. So I gotta see if I can do this riff, which recording it in one take and then copy pasting it is easy, but to go right into the verse, right from the verse into it's gonna be a pain. So it's this part's the pain, literally, because that's a stretch for my pinky finger. And then the chorus it ends with. Yeah, so actually I'll just play with it here. Back into the verse. Yeah. You gotta remember though, I left a space there for the ambient stuff to ring out. I think it'll sound really good in the end. That's the thing. So, can I do this riff once? Yes. Can I do it all the way through? That's the question, because my pinky has got to stretch quite a bit for that. So this is gonna be a thing. Okay, let me get on the guitar track. I'm gonna make sure I'm in tune. Whew. Yeah, so I put this down last night and it was worth it because it's gonna sound really cool, but I'm just tired. Just got myself out of bed and I was like, this thing's ringing in my head. I'm just gonna put it down, and I did sleep in a little extra, but not too much, so that helped. I wonder if I put on this high octave with my pedal. Ooh. Kind of like it. All right, you know what? Hopefully this works. I'm probably gonna have a false start or two, but maybe not. Do I like that or the twangy stuff for the bridge pickup better? Yeah. I think I'll keep that. Okay. That's already on. Here I go. How was that? Was I on the wrong spot? Counting was like more than 4. back to the chorus. It's like I punched this in and just like joined it all together, so it's a little different playing it all the way through. I got the feel for it. Bleh. Damn it. I played in the middle of that pause, but that's fine. But that was a screw up. Ugh, this is not that complicated. It's like literally 2 chords, but the pinky movement there straight up hurts. It's a long one too. Damn. I'm glad I decided to go with that high octave. That sounds really cool, especially in this little pre-chorus part. I forgot to even mention it when I was like showing the song, but it's just a couple held out chords. Sounds like a synth, but it's guitar. All right. Add enough effects, you can't tell the difference. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this track. Pan it the opposite way. I think I'm just gonna switch pickups, give it a slight tone variation. All right, so let's see, can I do this? That part, yeah. I'm gonna play that. But then, I think I'll just do that the same. Okay, it's gonna suck, but suck to play because it's gonna hurt, but I'll do it. All right, here I go. Damn it. Didn't quite get my fingers in place the right way. Although I like that little arpeggiation better than just straight up doubling it. So I think I'm gonna do that. Play the right. Can I do this up here? Maybe that'll still sound okay. It actually sounds fine. Wait, it's harder to play. Second one's easier though. Maybe. Okay, a little bit of trial and error here. It's fine. that worked. Played around with it a little bit at the end because, you know, variation and stuff. Sounds good. Oh, I didn't save yet. July, what's the date? 9, yeah. Maybe just save it as the date. That's a preliminary thing. Okay. Oh, I never changed the drum sound over. Let me do that quick. I was using what preset? Otohomes Kit 5. Can you load? Usually double clicking works. Weird. Okay, there it is. Do that. Do global. Make sure I got some variation and good. Now we get a little context of what this is going to sound like later. I love that kit. Okay, so that's a lot of clean stuff with a lot of echo, but it sounds really nice. I'm gonna drop a low octave on right in the chorus. I've already got that going on the one guitar. That's not it. Where's the dub? But I just want to give it a little more oomph, so I'm gonna layer it. That's just single notes, right? Could probably get away with just those 3 notes of the chord without it getting too cluttered, I think. You know what? I'll find out. I'm just gonna punch this in. Listen to it. Yeah, it's not bad. All right, I'm gonna do the other side as single notes because it will be too much if I don't. Just because it's such a low tuning, and I've got the chord tones filling out in the top end, like clean, sparkly stuff, so there's no need to go too crazy. That's nice. Okay, so this is doing a low octave on this little scale run. So I think what I'm going to do is turn my pedal off. So I strategically stopped there because I want to punch this in. So it's going to be just standard tuning. Here I go. Yeah, do the other side. I'm just going to do this in sections. This is how I usually do those intro things. Makes it a heck of a lot easier to get it tight. That riff is a hell of a lot easier without having to worry about repositioning when I'm done with it. I have to play the next part. Okay. It's like Joe Satriani. He's like a 80s shred instrumentalist guy. He like said he occasionally wrote a song or two where he was like sitting down to play, which made it super easy to access the top frets. And he then learned he had to kind of figure out if he can actually play the thing standing up, because every time he'd go to play a couple songs live, he was like, now it's impossible. I feel like that right take was slop, so I'm gonna redo that. One more shot. I am an idiot. How did I do that? I'm on the wrong track. Ah. Oh, wait. Oh, hold up. Wait. Cancel. I thought that sounded weird. I was just ignoring it, though. I'm on the wrong track there. Okay. Maybe that's why it sounded like slop. It wasn't panned right. It's quick and easy to just recut it anyway, so no big deal. All right, let me listen to that. You know what? I think I'm going to redo the other side. I feel like I'm just a little off on these. They've got to be tight because of that echo going on. There we go. Because, yeah, if they're a little bit off, the it sounds like weird with the echo going through. So, yeah, it's just got to be tight. All right, I'm going to drop back down. Like that. I already got one performance here with this sound, but just making it fat, big and wide and all that. I don't know what I started playing. It wasn't the right part. It sent my pick flying. Got more here. I'll just grab it and then I'll pick it up afterwards. Okay. Actually, both of those got to get chopped. Okay, that is a chorus section together. All right, I think I'm going to add more sizzle on these. Did I just open up left one? Yeah. No, I opened up the room. Okay. So now this one. Should have put a loop on that. There we go. Close enough. I know there's a lot of people that like quantize the crap out of their stuff. I do on the drum MIDI a little bit, but I don't really on the guitars. So, yeah. That does sound a little off, but you know what? I also don't care because I don't mind it just sounding like, you know, an actual person played it. Okay. Bass guitar on that sounds insane already. All right, so I'm just gonna use this third verse as a big giant guitar solo. It's going to be quite lengthy, but I don't mind that. It's all E minor. And that's like the one scale almost every guitar player knows because the tuning is E to E. So it should be pretty much just play for me. B string was kind of wildly off, but I wasn't really hitting it for those rhythm things, so it doesn't matter too much, but it's in tune now. All right, I gotta do a little flip on my camera here because I'm shooting the YouTube edited version of this over here. I don't do the whole writing process anymore because it's kind of redundant now that I'm live streaming, but I still put up the edited song. All right, so the solo is just going to be improv E minor. I might reset if I feel like I did something kind of sloppy, but we'll see what happens. My E minor, not major. I immediately played the wrong key. I don't think I'm going to do an outro solo. I keep doing that. I don't have to do it on every song. Okay. That's that. Aside from the little false start where I immediately went to E major, like, I hit the C sharp and I was like, no, that's the wrong key. Genius. Normalize. Okay. I'm not normalizing to unity gain. If you know any kind of recording stuff, it's like below that, but it's a controlled clean gain boost, so my solos always hit the same. Gives me just the right attack. I'm gonna hit my bass. I didn't hear half of that because I took my headphones off, but I'll assume it was fine. Okay, I'm going to preemptively delete these tracks because I don't think I'm going to use them. Okay. Tuner. Where'd my mouse just go? It's all like, it just disappeared on me. Wait, I know what happened. I got my laptop here. I bet it just, that's what happened. It transferred over. If I set this thing here, both being max, I can literally scroll to the screen on this thing. I think I just inadvertently did that. Grab the right tuning peg. That helps. Let's doing that the other day. It was a couple days ago now. I was tuning with the wrong tuning peg, and somehow the tuning was changing. It must just be neck tension, but I was like, wait, what? That's close enough. We'll leave it. If it's a little tiny bit sharp, I'll sometimes leave it because my body heat drops the tuning. This thing I used to do like a long time ago, I was in a band. You'd always tune a little sharp because the stage light and your body heat was going to make the tuning go flat. So you get a little more time before you got to tune the thing again if you go just slight tiny bit sharp. Like that much. If you overdo it, it starts to sound bad. All right. So this bass guitar is essentially I think I just cut myself off there. This is essentially a 4-string bass with 2 drop strings. So E, A, D, G, but then this is E, A also. Full octave down. I did it that way to make it line up with my like drop pedal that I use in the guitar all the time. Without much thinking involved. All right. Can I do that? Because the bass frets are wider. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to play it right now. Screw that. If I was punching in, I would probably do that and then paste it. Get it sound like I played it perfectly, but that is too much of a stretch. That can't do it. Not comfortably anyway. It's gonna screw up if I try to play it all the way through. Or it's gonna be a big screw up if I play it all the way through. I can do it once and just say ow, but not over and over through the song. So I'm going to play root note, and then chorus I'm going to drop here. Play the rate fret. Okay, yeah, easy enough. I'm gonna mute that because that always throws me off. Drums and bass, I always mute the guitar solo. All right, here goes nothing. All right. So I didn't 1-for-1 this ending riff on the chorus. Just kind of played around it. I think it worked out cool. Not sure if I can actually get any more gain out of this with the normalizing button, but oh, I did a little bit. Try it. I was like gonna what? Damn it! Wireless idiot. No, I was gonna like 1-for-1 the exact thing on the guitar, but then as I was playing it, I was like, it'll actually be cooler if in a few spots I just kind of start playing around the scales. So that's what I did. I think it was a good choice. Just make the song more interesting, because otherwise it is pretty lengthy and repetitive. All right. So I didn't do anything like mega crazy impressive, but then again, playing tastefully is usually a better choice. I love the super drop tune on that thing. It's so awesome. Bass might have been even slightly out of tune, but it almost makes it sound more nasty, so I kind of don't care. All right. I'm going to do the drums. So let me set up for that. All right. Ow. Didn't hit me hard, just hit in a bad spot. Crown a vein. Okay, so gotta delete the drum loop. Turn the click on. Let me listen. I'll change the view. You can see what I'm doing a little better. So I've got a Roland multi-pad here. And that is triggering moderate and massive too. So that's how I'm playing the drums. I'm just gonna play it in on this thing. If I mess up a little bit, I'll usually edit it. If it's a lot, I'll replay it. Let me see here. I know this is sloppy, I'm just thinking of ideas. So verse. I think that's all I'm going to do. I'll play it a little more on time. But, okay. snare pad. Gotta hit the drum pads, not the screen. What is with me? I'm like going way off the flipping pads. long one. All right. I think I got through it without any like major mistakes there, so should be fine. I'm gonna edit the MIDI a little bit just to make it tighter, but yeah, that was pretty passable. If you heard the extra kick drum hits, I've got a pad on the top or out on the bottom left that I can actually hit with my left hand, so I can do like quick kick drum bounces with that I actually don't do with my foot. So if you're ever watching and you don't see my foot moving and you hear kick drum, it's probably that. Okay, so let me see. Get my headphones back. All right, so this is the part of this I like the least, but since I especially got some like MIDI stuff and I want this to sound tight, I'm gonna just do some editing on the drum MIDI. I actually don't mind editing MIDI usually, but it's just kind of a pain when I play it in here and I'm trying to like get it exactly where I think it should go versus if I was just writing MIDI in and I just point and click where I want it. Let me swap out. This chair is so much more comfortable than sitting on that drum stool. It's actually like a bar stool that I made a drum stool because it's got better cushioning than most drum thrones that don't cost $1 million. I was like, I could spend like an absurd amount of money on his drum stool that's really nice and padded, or I can get that bar stool, which was like $30, $40 on Amazon. So I got that. It's got wheels and I can lock them. So that's what I was reaching down to do. But it works. But yeah, it's still more comfortable like in this office chair than sitting on that all day. So I swap out. Okay, so just kind of scan. So I used to play on a Yamaha M12, which is a multi-pad, basically the same form factor, just different brand. The pads on that were like a lot harder to get to trigger accurately than this. I mean, that one was from like 2014, so it's not that surprising. Like, you know, getting just older and more beat up, something's not going to necessarily work as great. And then I also got it used. So this one is brand new. The Yamaha broke when I was moving because I just recently moved. So this is a new location for me. All right. Yeah, eighth note, that's what I want. Ooh. So yeah, there must have just been like a solder that broke inside because everything was working except for the MIDI transfer. So I actually put it down in this little thing we've got near us where you can just put stuff that's still usable but you don't want it anymore out. So I did that. What the hell is that? Because I just put a note on it. The MIDI doesn't work, but you can put headphones in and practice just fine on it. So it won't work for me anymore, but for someone else it might. So at least, you know, it's still getting use because someone took it right away. But yeah. All right, so I'm not gonna do these like little rolls, I guess you'd call them, on the hi-hat, just the ones that are like supposed to be right on the grid. So I'm just grabbing them, nudging them. You can see it doesn't move that much. We're talking about milliseconds here, but it does make a difference for the final product to be, you know, pretty well in time. No. I'm also going to ignore most of these fills and ghost notes on the snare. I didn't do that many, but still. So I'm usually just anything that's like an eighth note in time, a quarter note, that kind of thing. So yeah, just micro nudges and just making it tight. simple beat sounds really good over that. Okay. For a little bit there, I was having trouble like rushing the tempo. It doesn't look like that's happening anymore. I think there were a couple factors at play. I'm not gonna like regurgitate them all right now, but because I've just talked about it a few times already. I don't think I want to get these kick bounces, but let me see. No, don't want to fix that. That's the kind of thing where if it's not perfectly in time, it actually sounds good. Kind of like these little like ghost note things. You don't want to quantize those. For the length of song, this is going pretty quickly. I shouldn't say anything until it's over. It's like, I think I'm not going to do this little thing. It's a little bit of a rushed eighth note, but it sounds cool. That's kind of like, there was a thing I saw a while ago. They took Led Zeppelin's When the Levee Breaks and someone fixed the timing. It made it sound so... What the hell did I just do? Not what I want, that's for sure. Made it sound so much more sterile. So I don't want to make this sound sterile. I just want some of the little inconsistencies to be fixed, but not everything. So let's see. Nice. Yeah, like this snare fill. If that was perfectly on time, it'd sound... It's too like like a robot. All right, here we go. I forget who it was that did that thing where they quantized the Led Zeppelin thing just for an experiment. It might have been Rick Beato. I don't watch a lot of his videos, but I saw that one. I was like, it just seemed interesting. There's those unrealistic bounces I'm doing with my left hand on the kick drum. Well, not unrealistic for everybody, but for me. To get that exact sound. I couldn't even do it. Something moved there. Sounds fine. Get that and that. Just those two little hits out of that. It should be kind of like on the beat, and otherwise it's fine. That's probably on beat one. Okay, I'm gonna fix this one because that sounds like I just fell down the stairs. There we go. And those two are fine. Just that. I'm gonna ignore all this. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna hit, and then the rest should be fine. There we go. I don't know why I'm rushing those downbeat kick hits, but I am. That one. Yeah, that one. that's good. So let it save and just kind of give it a listen. That little pre-chorus is an example of less is more, because that sounds really nice, just going down to hi-hat and kick. A nice one. Okay, so last night when I said I stayed up too late because I wanted to get this idea down, I put some lyrics down too. I've got to airdrop them onto my laptop in front of me, MacBook Air. Yeah, go. So I'm gonna be reading the lyrics off this thing. You can see my little external hard drive taped onto the back. Super fancy. That go, yeah. All right, so, okay, I gotta use the right trackpad and mouse here because otherwise I'm gonna screw everything up. I'll like reach for the wrong one sometimes. Okay. Hello. I swear I just opened that. There it goes. Yeah, so I put some lyrics down quick because like I had this riff and like a couple of lines like playing in my head, not the whole blob of lyrics, but I kind of went off of what I first had in my head. So yeah, just last night trying to go to sleep. I was already going to bed late and stupid song pops in my head at the worst time. But yeah, normally I just fall asleep and be like, I'll figure out something else tomorrow because I won't remember it. But yeah, just last night I was like, nah, I'm getting it. So I went downstairs, grabbed my guitar, put it in on this thing real quick, and that's what these blue things are. Because then I just drop them onto this, so I can play with them. But yeah, those are I just bounce them as audio files, like without any of the plugins or anything, so they're just blank. But it's got the finished product on it. So it's ambient guitar and then a synth. And then when I hit the chorus, I've got this MIDI guitar and then the one running through. the other one running through the thaw amp like I'm doing out on the ones I recorded today. So yeah, I'm just layering on top. All right, anyway, vocals, right? I might have to go take a break though. Been sucking down the Gatorade and this big coffee I drink before I turn the stream on, so I wake the heck up. And I gotta go. I don't know if I can hold it for the whole thing through the lyrics. It's a longer song too. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna do that. I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. And then I'm gonna be making a whole bunch of strange noises because my warm-up process for vocals is just me making a bunch of weird noises to get my voice to relax and do things. Not like running scales or anything. I'm just usually like, so literally, I'm going to be doing some weird stuff. Hopefully the sleep deprivation doesn't make my voice suffer today, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Whew, that's better. Why is my phone closed? I need to open this up so I can get the camera going. There we go. All right. I should get some ginger again. I'll get ginger root. That actually helps my voice just go clear out. It's kind of awful to chew on it, but I just take this little tiny piece. Found that out when I was sick the one time. Just like chomped a little bit of that because I saw it was like a good thing to do, and it like just all the congestion just vanished. I was like, wow. Although eating it, I was like, oh. All right. Actually, you know what? Singing under my breath here because it was super late at night, but I gotta listen to this. Can you hear it? I don't even think I was hitting notes. I was just trying to get the rhythm to come through. So, okay. So yeah, late last night I had the idea, put it down. That I do on headphones, but I did like a little mini like mumbling melody idea because I had these lyrics in my head. think I remember roughly. It's kind of like a low drony sound if I get this right, but bear with me. This is going to sound bad for a while because I'm going to just very slowly warm up and be singing under my breath, hitting bad notes, and it's just the process. Lastings will for the rest of life. I've got no answers. Let them all go. Look, is there the baby will in a test white tag lost in. These kind of sound like middle of the night incoherent lyrics. But might work for the song. We'll see. Look to feel and this everlasting is real for the rest of why I've got no answers. Let the moment go and stay. There, now the beat beware in a test of winding lost the answer. Let the instincts go still. All right, I'm gonna hit higher there, but it's not gonna happen until I warm up. I think I can do the verse though, because this is just kind of like low drony and a lot of vocal fry. So yeah, let me see. That's like a pickup note, isn't it? Wait, look, don't feel, and it's everlasting. For the rest of life, I've got no answers. Let the moment go and the stare. Alright, I gotta do that again, but no, listen, yeah, it's a little wimpy yet. I'm trying to think how I want to do that exactly. I guess I'll just come right in on 4 right before the last beat right before the thing starts. When you look, don't feel, and it's everlasting, so real for the rest of life. I've got no answers. Let the moment go and still. Yeah, I'm a little off pitch, but gotta warm up more. When you look, don't feel, and this everlasting surreal for the rest of life. I've got no answers. Let the moment go and the still there in hell. When look is said, I've bade beware in the test and waiting, lost the answer. Let the instinct go and still fall short. Don't stare in this everlasting rotting air for the rest of it. I I've got no questions. Let the moment go and the style. What's undead? Why the hook is there? Of baby, we're in a test on wanting. We lost the answer. Let the instinct go. Instinct falls short. All right, I think that's good. Probably a slight pitch discrepancy, but I mean, I'm just gonna shift it. It's kind of worth it for the, I don't know, attitude or feel or whatever. Regardless, here it is. It's not bad. All right, I'm gonna make a new track, and I actually tried to just go right through the verse because it's easier video editing if I just got one thing to plop down. All right, so I got to be warmed up enough to do this, but I'll just do a couple starts and see what happens. It's up bad, you can't stay down. The stars are lying in constellation. Just a tide of light divided, and we try to run the world down well. Yeah, okay, get the idea. Get stepped up, and you can't stay down. The stars are lying against the light. Just a tide of light divided, and we try to find the rest of its I don't know if that was good. All right, I'm gonna just do the second chorus. I think that wasn't that bad. Can't stand up, and you can't stay down. The stars are light across the sun. Just a tide of light divided, and we run around the world still with fire. A little different, but that was a little time. I'm gonna do it again. If I get a really good one, I might just copy paste it through all of them, but we'll see. Get stacked up, and you can't stay down. The stars will light constellation. Just a dark of light divided, it's time to ride what's over. Oh, that was different. Might have been good. Just a dark of light divided. I might just say that's first and second verse. Let me listen to the first one. Actually, no, I'm going to keep them both. They're both passable. All right. Last one. This one's kind of doubled, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'll find out. I'm just going to make it up. Can't stand up, and you can't stay down. The stars align against the light. Just a line to find out how we're trying to write, but still explain the fight. And the stars align, another constellation against the backdrop of the night. I didn't even have lyrics for that. I just made a couple things up. It was mostly just the chorus I've got here, plus a little bit. I think that's fine. All right, cool. I think that's it. Yeah, because, well, that's raw vocals and it sounds half decent. So they're going to be a little more prominent in the mix. My screaming is not really screaming, and a lot of the high pitched stuff, it's just like mixed voice, falsetto, and like the combo of both. And then what I do is just kind of like a vocal fry thing. So the kind of like pitchless sustained screams, they're like super quiet actually. What I'm really doing is inhaling and just let my vocal fry go. Ben, what's his name from Breaking Ben, the singer, I think he does a lot of inhale screams. They sound different than mine, but that's just, the voice type difference. But it's just literally just inhale, barely try, because if you overdo it, it doesn't work as well. But you just go, it's a super quiet sound. But with the mic compression, and then when I put some like slight saturation stuff and compression on it, it sounds like I'm screaming. And then a lot of the higher pitch stuff is usually just like a falsetto or mixed voice thing. And it's just a little bit of vocal fry on top of it. So it sounds like I'm shooting up there hitting super high notes, but I guess I am technically, but it's not like I'm belting it out or anything. It's actually quiet. I mean, you can tell by the waveform on my DAW. It's like barely there. If you got the mic gain cranked. But yeah, it's just like... there's this one guy on YouTube who does a lot of vocal lesson type stuff. It's worth watching. Chris Liepe. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. And he does a lot of stuff like how to do mixed voice, different screams, and all kinds of stuff. He'll go over, like, there's different types of like screaming effects. Like I kind of like the vocal fry one, but you can do other things like false chord screams and that sort of thing. Those are a lot louder. I just like the thing where I can hit the notes, make the sound, but it's like minimal effort. Because the thing you got to remember, it's not like you're an opera singer projecting before there were microphones invented. Like, so you've got a microphone, use it, and then the compression can just make everything sound uniform in volume. I've got no compression on right now, so it is what it actually is, but it sounds like I'm hitting high notes and screaming my face off. And in fact, if you were in the room with me, it barely sounds like I'm doing anything. I actually had my mother-in-law. She was like visiting last week. Like if you heard people talking upstairs, it was my wife and her. because we just moved, so she came out to see a new place and stuff. But I had her in the back of the studio before we moved at one point, and it was funny because she's like, I think you're ruining your voice with all those screams. And I was like, sit back there. And then she did, and she was like perplexed because she's like, what has even happening? Because you're so quiet. It's like, told you. So yeah, it's one of those things. I'm not bang on every note because, well, one, I'm improvising here, so I'm kind of like thinking about the next step every time. It's not like I got a song where I've been singing it for 20 years, like since high school, and I can just go bang it out in 2 seconds. I just like I'm making it up on the spot here. So there's a little discrepancy sometimes, but I'm not afraid to just pitch shift 1 or 2 notes that are a little off because I want the feel. So if I'm like 90% there and then I just nudge it, that's fine to me. Like, because if I was doing it like the traditional way, like before any kind of tuning software was invented, like they just punched it in. Like you missed the note, you just punched it in. Like you can watch things like, there's a thing of like Michael Jackson listening to like 50 freaking takes of a 2-measure part of a song and picking the right one. So I'm like, is that any different than using tuning stuff? I mean, I guess he just sang it a million times, but to me, I'm like, I'm doing this once a day. I'm not sitting there for a month trying to get the song. So I don't want to do a million takes and pick the best one. I'm just going to do a take when it's got the right feel. If I just was a little sharp or flat on a note, I'll just nudge it. Usually I only do it. It's just, even less so than the drums. I just kind of go through the chorus. If there's like a spot where it's a little under or over, I'll just kind of go boop, nudge it in place. We're good to go. Because if I do it too much, it takes away from the vibe of the song. But anyway, I'm not going to do that on stream. I will eventually when I get my new computer that I am expecting, but the sucker is like taking forever, like mid-September. I ordered it and it's like, yeah, they actually were originally telling me October, but they moved it up to mid-September. So I ordered this thing. I was like, if I'm going to replace my computer, I'm going to get a beast that I won't have to replace for like a decade, because I haven't replaced this thing in a decade, and that's why it's getting a little outdated now. When I got to the point where some of the software things were notifying me, we are no longer going to support Intel-based Macs, I was like, oh, crap. Fine, I'll update. But then when I started streaming, I was like, and this thing is barely handling it. So if I do the MIDI stuff, save for the drums, for some reason the drums are fine, but if I do the guitar MIDI or synths or anything on stream, without the streaming software running, it's fine, but with it running, it's like my computer is too taxed and everything crashes. The vocals, if I put any effects on these right now, except for like maybe like a compressor or something, but like I usually run these through Baby Audio Humanoid. So Baby Audio is the company and Humanoid is the plugin. It does a lot of cool stuff, but if I put it on right now, the whole stream is just going to go done. So I can only get to this point, and then I have to cap it off and then say, I'm going to run the vocals through that plugin, followed by a little bit of an overdrive thing. It's called a clip distortion. It's built in Logic plugin. I only put it on like a little bit just because like too much and it sounds broken, but just a little bit makes the scream sound more impressive. And then I run it through a compressor just to tame anything that's a little too boosted. But it's nothing crazy. I just can't do it because the plugins overload the computer with the streaming software running. For some reason, the drums are fine, but the guitar stuff, like this MIDI guitar, I'm running it through Shreddage 3 Hydra. And it's not even that new a plugin. Sounds pretty damn good, though. So I'm running it on my MacBook, which is the little laptop here. That thing does it okay, but I usually freeze the tracks after, just like here. But I just do them one at a time so it doesn't like crash everything. But yeah, I usually do it on here, and then like I can just like write in parts, and it's really nice because like I often come up with things when I'm not in a convenient spot to grab my guitar or record anything. So if I got this with me, I can just tap stuff in. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but let me do this on the drums because it's the only MIDI thing on. If I hit Command K on a Mac, you can literally play on on your computer keyboard. So the middle keys, A through the little quotation marks, well, comma actually, but quotation marks on the top. It's that's the white keys on the piano, and then W, E, it's C sharp, D sharp, and so on. And you can actually play piano on, and it's pretty decent. And if you got a like pressure sensitive one like keyboard, it's pretty impressive actually. So I got used to doing that. So I usually have an idea and I just tap it out on my laptop. I've also got a little mini interface so I can plug in my guitar too for some lead stuff that I don't want to try and play on the keyboard. I can do it. I have a short where I'm actually playing a guitar solo on the keys. I think I changed the key afterwards. I just slid the notes up, but to make it easy, I just played on the middle keys real quick. Yeah, so it's doable, but it's kind of hard to do. But yeah, I can also just plug my guitar in on my laptop. Anyway, all this is as far as I can go on stream without crashing the computer. That's the point of all this. I think it sounds good so far. The vocals are going to have a little more processing on them. My freaking mouse disappeared. It's probably on my laptop. Yep. Yeah, the vocals will have a little more processing and some effects. And the plugin I mentioned, Humanoid, will throw a vocoder harmony. So it's like not like an exact like vocal harmony per se. Like I could copy paste it and then use some pitch shifter to shift it up in key, but that sounds like, I don't know, it doesn't sound as good to me. So this one is like a vocoder harmony on top of your vocal. And I actually like that better because it just sounds like I'm playing some keyboard effect harmony with the vocals. Sounds a little more like legit to me. And then I can do stuff like, just kind of modify the tone and do robot effects, filters, make it sound like I'm going through a megaphone sometimes. It's really, how the hell do I do that? It's really nice. So I do it a lot. Anyway, so if you hear a bunch of effects, that's what it is. I'm telling you, later when I get the new computer, I can actually show you, but it'll collapse the whole stream. So yeah. All right. I think that's it for today. I'm going to hit save. Going to go take a shower. I've got an appointment I got to go to in a bit. So I'll be doing that. And at some point in the afternoon around those things, I'll be posting the videos. So yeah. By the way, I always wear the same clothes, if you notice that, but I'm the person that goes on Amazon and orders like a 10-pack of the same shirts, same clothes over and over again, and I don't even care. I just put them on. So yeah, right now I'm on orange hoodie. Maybe I'll go to blue hoodie. But these are UV hoodies. Where I moved to, we're like up high altitude, and the sun is like will incinerate you in 5 seconds, like with UV. So I got these things. They don't make me any warmer, but they block me from getting sunburnt without me having to slap sunscreen on all the time. And I burn really easy, so I want to do everything I can. And my family's got a history of getting skin cancer because they think it's great to go out and bake themselves and get burnt. So, like, yeah, miss me with that. I'm good. I'll just block the sun. So I look like a crazy person in a hoodie when it's 90 degrees out, but this thing actually blocking the sun makes me cooler. So go figure. All right. So if you ever see me wearing the same clothes, I literally am the guy that orders the 10-pack of the same freaking shirt on Amazon. It just wears all of them in a row. But anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I should be on tomorrow. These videos will be up, considering the appointment I've got. I have to go get a blood test regularly because I'm just on some medication for like a thing it's like a hereditary thing. I just have like my blood clots too easy, so I got to be on blood thinners. They just check it all the time. It's kind of a pain, but it's better than, having a heart attack and dying from a blood clot. Anyway, see you later. I'll be on tomorrow. So thanks for watching. That's it. Bye.